gotta admit, I'm licking my chops a bit from that Alex Grinch performance. Caleb looked great, but I definitely think there's some holes in that defensive line that UCLA showed that we can be successful against. But it'll be a great game next week.
If only you had Brady Quinn instead of Drew Pine.
Well, okay, Clemson couldn't stop our run, and our run was the only thing that worked. So if Clemson can't stop our run, then USC.
But Stanford did. Stanford did.
You guys have a good line, but you don't have a DTR, you don't have a Bobo, and you definitely do not have a Charbonnet. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm feeling really good on this win. I think that Notre Dame looked really good tonight, but I'm thinking that we're going to have Gentry back at full steam next week, and I can't wait to see that little leprechaun try to throw over him. What do you think?
Well, Gentry is good, but you guys couldn't stop Dalton Kincaid. How are you guys going to stop Michael Mayer? Like,
we don't have to. We just have to stop Drew Pine and get him the ball.
Yeah, because Drew Pine's the quarterback. That's where we're going to stop him.
All right.
So, yeah.
Hey, but serious, another serious note, I really quick, I just want to say to Notre Dame fan, because we have a lot of Notre Dame fans who watch the show. Congrats to you guys, because your season had gone off the rails and you guys got it back together. And that's actually pretty awesome for Notre Dame.
And so thank you for keeping Notre Dame. Thank you for keeping together, because we're going to need that quality win in order to get ourselves into the thing, because Tennessee just gave up 63 points and made Spencer Rattler look like Dan Marino out there. So it's going to be really fun to see where all the movement is. And I got to be honest, all the Michigan and Ohio State fans, guys didn't look very good against some pretty mediocre teams, needing last minute field goals and things in order to win. Same thing with TCU. It's going to be really interesting to see the arguments in that playoff room where that committee is trying to figure out who's where and what, because, besides Georgia, that top of the table didn't look too good this weekend.
Mm-hmm. All right, Dale. We'll see, Dale. We'll see. I'm feeling good. After watching our teams today. But.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think Tennessee. Somebody told me today. They said the problem for Tennessee and TCU is that they're Cinderella, and it's 5:30 in the morning, and they're at the post party after the ball, and they're all out of magic pixie dust or whatever else pixie dust you have, and they're going to find some problems. TCU squeaked it by miraculously today. I don't think they win 2 more games. And Tennessee's gone down. So USC is in the driver's seat. This is absolutely going to be surreal for the Trojans if we can make it happen. Who would have thought? So yeah, guys, give us a buzz. Tell us what you guys think. Who was at the game? If you're in the chat, even if you can't chat right now because you're in the Arroyo Seco dancing to Tusk, just tell us who was there. Tell us who was there in the chat. Trojan John, one word.
All right. I know, but hey, that doesn't matter once the game kicks off in the Coliseum Saturday night.
Will, your only other answer to that is one word: Clemson.
Yeah.
I would say North Carolina, but they didn't look too good tonight over Georgia Tech. North Carolina, that was another Cinderella team.
Mm-hmm. I was right there with you. Bless them breaks. Trust me. Oh my God. This one was painful, but we got it. We got the win.
We got it. What a fun night for the students too. I can't wait to hear what Josh Pate thought being there.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of students, we got to see the UCLA class of always with the FSC chant that you got to hear on national television. So well done, Bruins. Well done. Yeah. Way to bring that class.
Classy, Bruins. Classy. Well, and I heard they were chanting something about trust funds to the band, which
I'm surprised they know what a trust fund is, Tony.
Oh, there's plenty of them live in Pacific Palisades. They know. I laughed, guys, because USC and UCLA have we have these stupid stereotypes, but we're like pretty similar in a lot of ways. We're better, but went out and we're in. Ohio State and Michigan looked very true, Roger Dodger. Ohio State and Michigan did both look fairly pedestrian, although Michigan was without quorum, so he would certainly be healed before we get them. And I was just talking to a good friend of mine who's a devout awesome Michigan alum. And of course, the great thing is if we can somehow get Michigan Guys, you know how we're cursed going to Corvallis, and Washington is cursed when they go to Arizona State? Well, Michigan is cursed when they play us in the postseason. So if we can somehow get Michigan in the playoffs, or Ohio State in the playoffs, we could be golden. Trojan John, Notre Dame is USC's real rival. Hey, we can say that now with the victory bell being home, can't we?
So, Will, what do you think? What do you think of Caleb Williams, 32 of 43, 470, 2 touchdown, 1 interception night? Where do you think that puts him? I'm sure you watched most of the games. Where does that place him in the Heisman race in your opinion?
I have no idea who's going to win the Heisman, but Caleb's got a better chance than anyone in the country right now.
Does he have almost as good a chance, Will, do you think, as Drew Pine?
Better than Drew.
All right, guys. You just got a ringing endorsement now from Will ND.
But I got to admit, though, what if UCLA done better with Drew Pine? Because what was DTR's decision-making? Like, what was he thinking?
The thing is that guy can move. There were so many times we had him in the backfield, and he turns it into a first down.
He had a beautiful play where he ducked under, it looked like 2 linemen, scooted out to the right and picked up the first down. It was about the nicest thing I can say about a Bruin. Just it was an amazing move to duck out of all that traffic. I mean, he's been doing that all year long. He's like the poor man's Caleb. He does a pretty good job, you know.
Poor man's.
Oh, that's really cool. Gixer says, prior to the game and after the national anthem, the stadium held a moment of silence in remembrance of the Virginia players. That's really awesome. And especially awesome for Bobby Haskins, I hope.
Yeah. So here comes the absolute garbage from the Buckeye fans.
Oh, we're just timing them out. We're just timing them out. Tonight is not a night for nonsense.
Really? Holding on every play?
Yeah, and this is the USC channel. We're not on Mark's main channel, so we can just time those people out.
I can't remember. Was it the Ohio State game, or I think it was the Michigan game? That there was a holding call, but it was a very fortuitous holding call, which backed up the Illini when they were looking to get another first down. But yeah, holding happens, Ian, but it doesn't happen every play. I would now put USC's offensive line up with a lot of other. It's been a weak point for USC probably since 2016. But again, the job that we start from the top, what Bone did for the athletic department, what Folt did to get Bone, what Bone did in order to get this staff together and this football team, and what Hanson's done to get the offensive line together is truly amazing.
With Dr. Folt and Mrs. Johnson, if you guys don't know, the USC Board of Trustees is run by a lady named Suzanne Nora Johnson, who is one of the most amazing women I've ever met. I can tell you guys a story about her sometime. Phenomenal lady. She found the money for us to do it. Oh, we've got Eddie Reyna. Eddie, what'd you think of the game?
Yeah, it was. You got to love this team. I mean, the way they play. I like to. I've compared them a few times to a Mexican boxer or the Diaz brothers. You know, they almost. They're one of those guys who just likes to get punched, gets bloodied up a little bit to wake up. And I'm telling you, I know you got this Notre Dame fan on, and he seems like a nice enough guy, but Tooley is going to eat Notre Dame up for lunch. You know how many sacks this defense is going to get with a quarterback who runs a 5.2? Tooley might as well just give Tooley a first-round draft ticket right now. Notre Dame's going to make him look like the greatest defensive lineman in the history of USC football.
I think he's probably looking at his chops right now. Yeah, Eddie.
Oh, there was 4 or 5 sacks there that DTR escaped from because
you're not going to sack DTR because you're not going to get to him. Have you seen our offensive line this year, man? Like, I know USC has a good D line, but
I saw them against Cal. I saw them against Stanford.
Did you see them against Clemson, the most talented D line in the country?
We saw them against Cal.
They couldn't touch Drew.
I don't know. The ACC seems to me like an FCS conference this year. Like I would take Montana State over anybody in the ACC right now.
No, it's gonna be ugly. I mean, Notre Dame will probably
score. You can say that, man, but I'm pretty confident in my boys.
Yeah,
I don't think you're touching Drew Pine. I don't think
let's let each other talk. Hold on, Will.
Sorry.
I'm sure. If he's such a great quarterback, why wasn't he starting at the beginning of the year? I mean, who's his backup? Because he's gonna get hurt.
He's not a great quarterback, but he's going to get protected by the offensive line. But Steven Jelly is the backup, and he hasn't really gotten a sniff.
I think what USC's shown, and I think in all seriousness was going to be an issue for Notre Dame, is when USC wants to stop a running back, they'll stop a running back. USC stopped Utah's running back. They stopped UCLA's running back. Two really good running backs, two really good running games. The difference in those two games, other than the refs, screwing over the team, the difference is they had quarterbacks that were more mobile and can make moves and wiggle out of defenses. Notre Dame doesn't have that. Oregon, I don't think Oregon's going to win today. And there's something you guys can talk about on Wednesday. They're not going to beat Oregon State. They're not beating Oregon State. The whole thing's, I don't know if that means that USC is going to play Washington, but it's going to be some more craziness next week. Because I don't see them having the grit to be able to go into that artificially enhanced environment and be able to deal with all that noise.
Yeah, I think that they have their hands full. I'm a bit, man, I'll tell you what, stock's dropping for me is Cam Rising. I've been kind of keeping an eye in the corner, watching Rising play tonight, and man, he's missing a lot of throws. I'm looking at the stats. They've been held 134 yards, Utah, against a really bad Oregon defense. I'm pretty shocked how any offense can be held to under 150 yards against that Oregon defense.
Well, I don't think he's been healthy since the USC game. I think he's been hobbled, and that's the thing. Like, USC, they're undersized. They make a lot of mistakes, but they hit you, and they hit you hard, and you're going to feel it. Again, it's an amazing team. This isn't a perfect team. They might not even be a great team, but this is my favorite USC team since 2004 team. And I played high school football with Matt Leinart, so I like that team a lot just because I know Matt. But
you went to Mater Dei?
You're a Monarch, huh?
Yeah, I went to Mater Dei.
I didn't know that.
Nice.
Oh yeah. I was a fourth string free safety right behind Matt Grittygood and a few other guys. Played was all intramural for Sigma Pi at Cal State Fullerton. So pretty good college career.
That's awesome.
No, but yeah, I mean, this is my favorite USC team in forever because they're not better, right? They're not better than everybody else. And that they're gritty in a different way than like an Iowa who's going to bore you to death, or a team like Notre Dame that just has linemen, like fat ankled linemen who can't run down the field. This is a team that's gritty in a way that's gritty like a 155-pound boxer. Just going to go in there and just smack people around, won't stop, just keep on throwing punches. And I'm really excited to see what USC does in the Big Ten. These fat ankle Midwest teams, they're not going to be able to hang out with the speed. I've seen all there's two teams in the Big Ten with speed. Everybody else is slow. Nobody in the Midwest can run with this team. If USC was in the Big Ten West, they'd be undefeated right now. I mean, it's this.
But so would Mater Dei.
Well, yeah.
Mater Dei would be undefeated in the Big Ten West right now.
Hey, so really quickly, I know you would know this, Eddie. What was the pitch count for Gentry tonight? I saw him in there. I saw 18 in there, but then he wasn't there very much. Was he in there for one series, much more than a series or two? Did you know? I know of all people, you would know how many plays he was in.
I heard some people on who are on the sideline say that he was limping a little bit during warmups. So
he definitely got in.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's probably on the Addison treatment. We'll let him play a little bit and then see how he does next week. I mean, next week against Notre Dame at the Coliseum, I mean, I don't care what you have to inject in his ankle. He's going to play.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Amazing.
By the way, one of my best friends from high school just texted me from Michigan saying, I will not stand for this big slander. Chris, we're only slandering the Big Ten West, which we're part of now. We're part of it. It's us. It's us. We are the. In fact, I consider this, guys. This tonight was the Big Ten West championship in exile.